Hi, kindergarten, first and second grade leaders. We are preparing for August 19th. This is Move Up Sunday and Popcorn with Parents. A few little housekeeping things for you. One is today, kids will be in their groups for the grade they are starting when they start school. So if they've already started school, that's okay. Today we're all moving up together. So they're going to be in the grade that they are in school right now. Not the one they've finished, but the one they are starting right now or starting this week. So we'll have new kindergartners, and our big fourth graders will be fifth graders now. And so it's an exciting week. The other thing you need to know is we are hosting Popcorn with Parents. And so if you could hang out for a little bit longer after the service is over so that you can meet some parents, I would really appreciate for each table to have one small group leader at it so that parents can know who their kids' leaders are. I realize that this is a blue or a green team week. That doesn't really matter. What we want parents to know is that there are people here, that there are things that we do with their kids while they are with us, that we are helping them understand the biblical truths. And then also, we want parents to know ways that they can continue to grow with their kids by being a part of a small group themselves. And starting, I think, 1st of September, we have some new adult groups, which are exciting, that are going to start on Sunday morning as well. So we're going to encourage lots of parents to keep their kids with us so that they can go be a part of a small group themselves and learn and grow just like their kids are. We will also encourage them to come and bring their kids to be a part of Impact Kids on Wednesday night when they are a part of a small group. So we are praying and hoping and trusting God that He is growing relationships that will build disciples. All right, today we are in the middle of our series, Amped. And this week, we are talking about something that has been always important at Parkway Church, is that people matter to God. In other words, there is not somebody or life stage that we want to dismiss, because every single person matters to God. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter what you're dealing with right now. What matters is that God loves us all right where we are. And I think that this lesson is very timely for kids as they're starting school. Where we may have to help some people understand who Jesus is and before they can go and do these things. But at the same time, the start of school is a good time for all of us to be others sensitive as we walk into all kinds of different situations. Your social activity is a matching game called an emoji matching game. You play this just like any memory game. Turn the cards face down and let kids take turns turning cards face up to find their pairs and matches. These activities are not necessarily to help point them to God. It's to help them build a relationship with you. Then we will move into large group, where we will talk about how the early church was formed, and talk about how, as the church was being formed and how relationships were being built, how Christians began to take care of each other. So your small group activity today is going to be a lot of fun. You have a bag full of all kinds of goodies. You have some stickers. You have a paratrooper for each kid. And you have a bullseye. Before you start doing all of this, you want to pass out the paratroopers, one for each kid. And if they want to put stickers on their paratrooper, they are welcome to, or on the parachute. They can do that, or that you can save the stickers and use it to mark where they land on the bullseye. Then, as you are talking, may find a way that kids could get to an elevated position. Maybe they stand on a chair. Be careful and watch out for the kids. Make sure that it's a safe way that you're dropping paratroopers. But when it's from a longer distance, it's just a whole lot more fun. And what kids are going to do is they drop their paratrooper and try to land it in the middle of the bullseye on the Love One Another bullseye. They're supposed to give you an example of a way they can love others. So before they release their paratrooper, and you're going to take turns doing that, they're supposed to talk about a way that they could show love to someone else. Maybe you want to go back and review some of the ways that the early church did that from our Bible story today. Maybe you want to talk about, before you do this, ways that everybody has seen other people love each other, and talk about ways that we could love each other. Again, because we are starting school, this is a great time to encourage people to look for the kids who we don't always look for, and to find different ways based on what we know about God. Find different ways to show love to someone new this school year. Then you have a memory verse activity. In our memory verse activity this series, you've had little motorcycles, and you're supposed to play a racing game with the motorcycles to see who can put them all in order first. If you want to put them on your posters, you're welcome to put them on your posters. Draw your markers. Draw with your expo marker on your poster your race course. If you wanted to just lay them out on the floor or on your tables or where in your environment, you could do it that way too. More than anything, more than the game or the rules of how to play the game, we want the kids to learn these words. And on your memory verse poster for the month, there's actually some extra words, and so I'm sorry about that, but the words that we have for them to memorize start right here with the I. I have come so they may have life. I want them to have it in the fullest possible way. So we will emphasize that this month and encourage kids to find ways that God has given them life, and that we can live fully in our life because of knowing who God is, knowing God is with us like we learned from Joseph, knowing that God has a plan for us like we can learn from Esther, knowing that Jesus came and was resurrected and is fully alive, and that we worship a live God, not a dead God like any other religion, but we worship an alive God. And that because of all of those things, that we can learn to love people so that other people can see who Jesus is as well. Pray for your group. I am praying through this series that all of us have some special prayer times, and that through those prayer times that we're able to get to know our kids in a lot different way. Thank you for leading. Thank you for the energy you're bringing today as we get started with school this week. I encourage you to pray with all of your kids. Some of them are nervous about starting school. Some of them, school's a hard thing for them. And so pray with them and help encourage them. Also, this week I'm hoping to have your small group leader cards, if you want to pass those out as kids are leaving, with your picture and your contact information on it. Please do that, so that parents know a way to get a hold of you, and that the kids can have a way to contact you as the school year goes on. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for pouring your life into kids.